Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly woo. So we pulled for our plant ally, Spillanthus. Its keyword is decision. So we're going to be making some decisions this week. Our animal totem is turtle. It is all about our connection with Mother Earth, grounding, not pushing the river, taking our time to make these decisions. And then we got selenite as our crystal. This is, the key word is spiritual guidance for this crystal. So the message is already pretty clear. We have decisions that we're gonna have to make, but we want to take our time and really call in spiritual guidance from our higher self, or whatever it is that you connect with spiritually, that you believe helps you, aids you, and to really be clear about what it is that we want. Are we truly following our heart? Are we standing on our values? And are we taking into consideration other people's needs, wants, and desires? It doesn't mean we give up our own, but in all decision-making process, there is the focus on how is it serving the whole, right? So one of the ways that I help myself make decisions is I think, does this bring me closer to my highest path and purpose, or does this take me away from it? So that's a good way to start the process, and then to really go within and seek that wisdom from your higher self as to if that's true or not for you, and which way each decision would lead you. Now, another way when we're making decisions that we can get guidance is to say to our body, if I choose this, how will it make me feel? And then you get very quiet and allow the body's sensations, right? This is about turtle, grounding to the earth, the physical reality, using the earth in our physical body to give us vision and direction. And see, if I go this way, if I make this choice, how will it make me feel? And your body will speak to you. It wants to so much. That's why we have feelings and emotions, so that we're getting messages from our highest self, that spiritual guidance. Then you can ask the other option. If I do this, how will it make me feel? And you listen to the body and allow it to speak with you. Oftentimes, no, don't go that direction is like a pit in the stomach, tension in the jaw. And what the yes is usually an expansive, open feeling that's quite warm. So no is usually contraction, and yeses are usually open and expansive. So try that out this week. Now, Spillanthus is a very interesting plant because it was actually called the toothache plant, because when it's chewed, it not only gives analgesic quality, like it creates numbness within the mouth, but it's also very cleansing. It can be antimicrobial. And so it's not only treating pain, but it can treat infection within the mouth. But it speaks of the mouth. And also, if you look at this plant, it looks like a target. So this is about taking action with your word. And I'm always talking about the word being your wand. And this is really pointing to that this week, that we must be impeccable with our word and with what we write. Now, interestingly enough, we also got, well, actually with selenite, what's cool about this, selenite is also an indicator of information coming from infinite spirit, or your guides, or higher self, or Jesus, whatever it is that you connect with, that wants to come through. So a way that we can use the energy of selenite and the energy of Spillanthus is to sit down with a pen and paper and automatically write, meaning you just start writing. You don't think about it, right? You're trying to take the mind, the intellect out of it. You want just this free flow. And you just see what comes out, right? You can even like write, let it all flow. Don't try to judge it, don't try to block it, just let it come. Then leave it for a while, then come back and read it. Now, another more specific way we can use this, because again, this shows us that there's a target, there's something specific we need to make a decision about this week, is to actually write, what should I do about this situation? What action do I need to take? Which direction should I go? What do I need to see? Any of these kind of questions. Then you take a moment and then you automatically write about that. So that's a fascinating way that you can get guidance from your higher self, or spiritual guidance, whatever it is you adhere to, and directly. I love doing that. And always I get some sort of guidance. And most of the time, because it's coming from your highest self, it's going to create a sense of heart opening, peace, and calm so that you can take your time making the decisions. Now, this can also speak to, there's a lot on your plate. You have a lot of projects simmering. And with Turtle and Spelanthus, it says you need to narrow the focus down, right? Really choose what is priority, what has to be done now to simplify the process for yourself so that you're not overwhelmed. Because with Turtle, it can say like, are you being a space cadet? Are you, you're in your head, you're not grounded. Turtle says, come down into your body and send the frenetic energy down into the center of Mother Earth. That's what she's there for, to really take our anxiety or our fear or our indecision, our confusion. She cleanses us like she's the mama cat and we're the kitten. So use Mother Earth this week to ground yourself. You can imagine that you were in a bubble of light and there's a hollow tube of light that goes down into the center of Mother Earth. And you can just imagine all that stress flowing down into the tube, into the center. Now the center could look like, the core of molten lava, and sometimes that's what I see, or it can be, the spirit of Earth, because she's a multidimensional being just like we are. So next, and the thing about selenite too, when I'm using these, this particular deck around crystals, they always give a totem. So you get like 2 totems this week and an essential oil that works well with the energy of this crystal. And that is, Puma is the animal totem for selenite. And the essential oil is tea tree. Now what's also amazing about the tea tree oil situation is that's very similar to Spelanthus, which is also this antimicrobial cleansing. There's a lot of toothpaste that are made from tea tree, the Melaleuca toothpaste that are very healing if you have gum and teeth issues. So that's something to look into. And of course, if you're interested in purchasing essential oils, you can tap the Linktree link in the bio, or it'll be down below in the YouTube video, and you guys can purchase that from me. So the other cards we pulled this week to give us some more information as to what we may be facing this week is Door to Value. Now this speaks of new projects, new ideas, and an inflow of abundance, with that caveat that you're really understanding what you're worth, that you're demanding your value from those that you work with. You're demanding value from yourself, and the knowledge that what you are working on is really useful. But this definitely does come in and say, right, there may be new projects and you're having to make a decision. Are you going to move forward with them or not? Are they part of this target? Because whatever it is you commit to this week is going to bring in value, resources, abundance, money. And we got Saraswati, which is the Hindu goddess of the arts, creativity. So maybe this has something to do with latent creativity that in all of this shutdown has re-emerged. I know a lot of people who had hobbies in their past that they've now turned into actually, sources of new income, and perhaps something that they're going to commit to and leaving the old career behind. So that can be a real part of this. Now, the angel card we got was cut your cords, which could mean that in this process, there could be some fear that comes up. Fear about making these changes, fear about what happens if you commit, what happens if you make these decisions. And this card says to call upon Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. Now, this goes back to a conversation I'm ongoing having with you guys about angels and spiritual entities in general. And they can really only help us if we ask, because this is a free will universe. And like I've said many times before, for most of my life, I didn't believe in angels until I hit a rock bottom on multiple levels and I had to ask for help. And then my life changed. Your prayers are answered if you ask for help. So I encourage you guys this week, when these decisions come up and you're unsure of whether to commit and which way to go, call upon angelic assistance to help you make these decisions. Call upon Archangel Michael if there's fear involved, to remove the fear from your magnetic field, from your body, from your mind and soul. Now, the door to value has an affirmation that you guys can work with this week. And like I say, I always tap in affirmations if we're calling something in, and we are in that phase right now as we build to a full moon where manifestation possibility is still high. We are still in the manifesting phase of the moon. So you can tap in around the right ear, which is the shortcut EFT. My life is opening to endless possibilities of prosperity. The river of abundance flows freely through my door, bringing me unlimited wealth. Amen. So I always say these affirmations, or any affirmations, at least 3 times. But really, the more you work with this week, the more you're going to see positive change. And that idea of river of abundance, I've talked about abundance a lot. It is a vibration. Everything is a vibration. So the energy of abundance is a vibration. We have to align with it to access it. And that means we have to raise our vibration. Abundance is a very high vibration. And we do that by being, meticulous about what we ingest physically, what we ingest mentally, and what we're ingesting spiritually. So the last card we pulled was union. So this makes me think that perhaps some of these decisions that we're going to be making are about relationships, and they can be creative relationships, right? Because we got Saraswati. This can be, people who are going to aid you in your creation. This can be new romantic relationships, and the fear that comes with making commitments. But this card says to us, this week, we are going to be entering into union with people that are good for us, and to let go of the fear of commitment and the fear of making decisions. The fear of decision making, it's huge for all of us. But if we are calling upon spiritual guidance, our higher self, to guide us through these decisions, if we're asking that the fear be removed, if we're doing that work, then we can be encouraged and have security that we've taken the time we need to make the decisions that are going to serve our values and really hit the target of what we want with integrity. So you guys, this was the weekly woo. I hope you enjoyed it. If you know of people who have eyes to see this kind of message, ears to hear this kind of message, please send this to them. And again, if this is something you enjoy, this is definitely a part of what I do with people one-on-one, and you can reach out to me if you're interested. I am booked up for the rest of August, but I do have openings for September. My information is, the website is thegoodwoo.org, or you can email me at info@thegoodwoo.org. And again, if you're interested in purchasing essential oils, you can tap the link in my bio on Instagram, or you can see the link down below if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you for your subscriptions, your likes, and your comments. I love them so much. I love hearing from you guys. And of course, always, thank you for the thank you donations. They mean so much to me, and they help me invest back into the Good Woo. Have a great week, you guys.